Hello there, parents, carers and students from Sunnybank Special School. For those of you who don't know, my name is Tyson and I've been delivering the PE program at Sunnybank for the past term. The purpose of this video is just to say hello and to check in on everyone. We're also going to see if we can do some of our workbook activities together. So let's get started. Okay, everybody, the first activity that we are going to do together is our exercise dice. Now, if you've already done this activity, I invite you to get the second dice that is in our work pack and we can make our own activities on them. For those who are yet to touch our activity dice, I invite you to be working with the sheet that already has our exercises on them. And when we are finished with that, we can move on to our blank sheet. Great, so the first step that we are going to do is to follow the black lines around the edges to cut our exercise cube out. I will give you time to do this, so this would be a good time to pause the video. Okay, good job everyone. Now before we get our glue stick out, we need to make sure that we keep our working area tidy. So what this is going to mean is making sure that no little triangles are left around the house. So our next step is to pack up all of our cuttings and place them in a bin. Our next step is to make sure we get a glue stick. Once we've got our glue stick and our cube edges are cut and our pieces are in the bin, we can start folding the edges that we're about to glue. Now, how do we know if it's an edge we are going to glue? Well, simple. We have our edge at the bottom two squares and two tabs on the top square. I'll give you a moment to fold all our edges and we will come back in a moment. Okay, welcome back everybody. When our tabs are all folded, it should look just like this. Who can tell me, what letter does this look like? The letter T. Who can tell me? Do we know a teacher who starts with the letter T? I'll give you a clue, he might be recording this video. Okay, so on the back sides of our cube, we will see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tabs. I want all of you to count at home and make sure I got that right. Our next step will be to apply glue to the edges of those 7 tabs. You can pause the video here and we will meet back in a moment. Great work once again and welcome back. So once all the edges are glued together, our cube should look a little something like this. Now if we're having trouble with some of the edges gluing down, that is okay. Let's just make sure that we can read what it says on each side. If we have some edges coming along like this, that is okay. Now we're gonna let this dry, and while we're letting our cube dry, we're going to get X exercise space ready so we can play the next game. Okay, welcome back everyone. So now that our cube has finished drying, we can get to the fun part, which will be rolling our cube to see what exercise we get. Now, one thing that's missing on our cube is how many repetitions do we do? So if I land on, let's see what we've got, straight-legged seated stretches, it doesn't tell me how many I should do. So how we're going to work around this is to simply turn to our guardian and ask how many reps would they like to see. Now, parents and carers, this would be a good time for us to identify which activities our child is enjoying and which ones need to be worked on, and base our reps off that. So let's get started. We should do this first one all together. We have, oh, let's try it again. We have sit-ups. So let's get started with our sit-ups. Now, to make our sit-ups a little bit easier for ourselves, we might decide to put our hands behind our head, on our chest, on our thighs, or on our knees. Now, I would highly recommend we all find a place that we can put our feet to hook underneath so they don't drive up when we try to do our sit-up. If we cannot find a place to put our feet, we can simply ask our guardian to hold our feet down for us as we move our way up, activating our stomach to do a sit-up. Now let's see how many we can all do together.